نهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا إنه من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له الأحد الصمد الفرد الذي لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وصفيه من خلقه وحبيبه أشهد بأنك يا رسول الله قد بلغت الرسالة وأديت الأمانة ونصحت للأمة وكشف الله عز وجل بك الغمة وجاهدت في سبيل ربك حتى أتاك اليقين. اللهم صل وسلم عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وعلى أنصاره وأحبابه وعلى جميع من استنى بسنته واهتدى بهديه وسار على نهجه إلى يوم الدين. عباد الله، فإني أوصيكم ونفسي أولا بتقوى الله امتثالا لقول الله عز وجل: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. ألا خير الكلام كلام الله وأحسن الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. إنه من أطاع الله ورسوله فقد رشد واهتدى ومن يعصهما فقد ضل وغوى. نسأل الله رب العرش العظيم أن يجعلني وإياكم جميعا لما يحبه ويرضاه والعمل لما فيه خير وصلاح للإسلام والمسلمين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. ثم ما بعد، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. While I welcome you on this blessed day, Friday, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the most beautiful gift that He gave us, and that's the gift of life. This life is a beautiful gift. It's full of fun, full of ni'mah, full of comfort, full of luxury, full of bounties. But at the same time, it's full of difficulty, full of challenges, turmoils, pain, agonies, fluctuations in life that we face. But the simple fact is that we need to constantly remind ourselves that this beautiful gift of life is uncertain. It can come to an end anytime. Before we finish our assignment in this world and meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, let's devote some of our time learning something that is useful, something that we can take it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and tell Him, "Oh Allah, I thank you for all the bounties that you gave me. I spend a fair amount of time remembering you, connecting with the Quran, and teaching myself." One of the ways that we can learn, and I appreciate for all the people to come forward and connect the gaps. One of the ways that we can learn is to learn from the prophets of Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned stories of prophets of Allah in the Quran. They have lessons. Today, it's a focused educational khutbah entirely to give an introduction about Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam, a prophet of Allah that we love him, one of the true prophets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. لَقَدْ كَانَ فِي قَصَصِهِمْ عِبْرَةٌ لِأُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned these stories in the Quran, and if we want to go through it and remind ourselves, there will be ibrah, there will be lessons. A few weeks ago, on December 25, we remember Isa alayhi salam. It's remembered all over, in this country and elsewhere. It's a Christmas day. But our position, how we remember Isa alayhi salam is different. But we need to know some facts. So I will deliver it, inshallah, in the most educational form to help even youngsters to understand and take home some points so that they can introduce to others who Isa alayhi salam was actually. Isa alayhi salam, according to the Quran and the Islamic belief, is a true prophet and the messenger of Allah. وإذ قال عيسى ابن مريم يا بني إسرائيل إني رسول الله إليكم. When Isa told Bani Israel, I am the messenger of Allah. إنما المسيح عيسى ابن مريم. The Messiah, Jesus son of Mary. That's the name mentioned in the Quran. Who is he? Rasulullah. The first statement Allah said that he is a messenger of Allah. And وَكَلِمَتُهُ, and his word. So when he was born miraculously. His birth was a miracle. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created him from the word kun. Alqaha ila Maryam. A word that he delivered to Maryam. Many times we need to remind ourselves that Isa, one of the 5 messengers of the highest determination. His mother, Sayyidina Maryam, alayhi salam, it is said, كانت صالحة تقية, the most righteous and pious woman who went higher, degrees higher in the worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She was one of the women in Jannah, the leaders of the Jannah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to give her a good news of a son. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave honor to Maryam. Perhaps this honor was not given to many other ladies in the past, nor will it be given in future. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent malaika to Maryam to give the good news. وَإِذْ قَالَتِ الْمَلَائِكَةُ يَا مَرْيَمَ, Malaika told her, Ya Maryam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen you, purified you, gave you the status, وَاصْطَفَاكِ عَلَى نِسَاءِ الْعَالَمِينَ, from all the women of the world. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you a special status. You're special. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving you a good news that He is going to give you a son. إذ قالت الملائكة يا مريم إن الله يبشرك بكلمة. The Malaika told Maryam, Allah is giving you a good news. He did not mention walad, or he did not mention ibn. He said it will be a word, kalima, minhu, from him, from the word be. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala perhaps told Maryam that you don't need to name him. I already named him. It's in the Quran. Al-Masih Isa ibn Maryam. Prior to his birth, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told his mother few special characteristics. Those characteristics are only khas with Isa. No one else have gotten those characteristics. Number 1, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Maryam that your son will be wajihan fid dunya, a distinguished person with a special treatment. Is there anybody from the humans alive, raised to the heavens, especially? He is living in the heavens, close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, special, distinguished. And when we go to the miracles section, it will also tell us that Isa alayhi salam was a distinguished person, not only in this world, but in the life of the hereafter. Our belief is that he is alive in the heavens, and he will come down close to the day of judgment. The angel also told Maryam, وَمِنَ الْمُقَرَّبِينَ, your son will have the honor of being among those closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Honorable child. And then they told her, وَيُكَلِّمُ النَّاسَ بِالْمَهْدِ, his birth will be as miraculous as when he is infant, just a born baby. He will speak to the people while he is in his cradle. وَكَهْلًا, and in his adulthood, he will be speaking to the people. وَمِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ, and he will be considered as righteous. Maryam was a pious woman, was a righteous woman. was not married, never touched a human before. When she heard this, she reacted. This is what she said. He said, "Oh Allah, how come I will have a baby when I do not have any relationship with humans? أَنَّا يَكُونُ لِي وَلَدٍ. How come there will be a boy for me? وَلَمْ يَمْسَسْنِي بَشَرٌ. No human ever touched me." It's the normal cycle of birth. When male and female get together and a birth takes place. The angels told him, this is what Allah's decision was. Thus Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does. ذَلِكَ يَفْعَلُ اللَّهُ مَا يَشَاءُ. إِذَا قَضَى أَمْرًا. When he decides to create something, قَالَ لَهُ كُن. He tells him be, and it is. In another ayah, he said, "O Maryam, creating a boy upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is easy task. وَعَلَيْهِ هَيِّنٌ. On Allah it's so easy. And by creating Isa alayhi salam in the most miraculous form, He perhaps Azza wa Jal wanted to make him ayatan linnas. He will be a sign for the mankind. وَرَحْمَةً مِنَّا. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to make him as a mercy for the people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala advised Maryam that this is something unusual going to happen. Allah wanted Maryam to be mindful of her status and her dignity, so that she doesn't feel embarrassed in front of her own people. Something that people cannot imagine. They know Maryam. They know her family, her status. And when they hear, without marriage and any relationship, she brings carrying a baby, a lot of accusations will come. People will react, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was aware of that. And subhanAllah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told her, فَكُلِي وَاشْرَبِي. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala arranged food and drink for Maryam. And this is what He told her. Keep on eating and drinking. وَإِمَّا تَرَيِنَّ مِنَ الْبَشَرِ أَحَدًا. Whenever you see a human passing by and wanting to talk to you, don't talk to her. فَقُولِي. Just answer this. Say this. إِنِّي نَذَرْتُ لِلرَّحْمَنِ صَوْمًا. I vowed to fast for Allah for one day, and today I'm fasting. I'm not going to talk to you. So Allah saved her from embarrassment. Allah wanted to do that to uphold her dignity as a mother of a prophet of Allah. Today I'm in no mood to talk to anybody. By the way, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has, the way we say it in Arabic, al-kamal al-mutlaq, the absolute and complete authority in creating people. He Azza wa Jal, if He wanted, He created someone with no male and female from scratch. And the example is Sayyidina Adam. He created Hawa from a male. He didn't need a female. He's father. So Hawa came. When He came to creating people, He created only from a mother. He didn't need a father. So He created Isa. And the last but not least, the most common way of creation is the way me and you are born. And when a male and female get together, a birth takes place. So when child was born, and Isa came, and his mother came to the people immediately reacted. Some reacted, some overreacted. Some they started making comments. Some passed remarks and accusations. Some mentioned about her past history. Some talked about which family she belonged to. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described, فَأَتَتْ بِهِ قَوْمَهَا تَحْمِلُ. She came to her people carrying small baby, just born, infant. Did we hear that the baby spoke? No, he cannot. But this particular baby spoke, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to show the world that I'm Qadir. If I allow this baby to speak, he spoke. People said, yeah, Maryam, what did you do? What happened to you? What are you doing? لَقَدْ جِئْتِ شَيْئًا فَرِيًّا. You're doing something unusual. We haven't seen this happening in your family. And they started going more deeper, talking about her family. They told her, Ya Ukhta Harun, ma kana abuki imra'a zawj. You have to think about your family. Your father was a righteous man. He was not evil. Look what you did. Don't you be thinking about your own father? And that's not right. And then he told her, وَمَا كَانَتْ أُمُّكِ بَغِيًّا. And your mom was a righteous woman. So were you thinking about your mom and your dad? And you are trying to make their names look bad by doing what you did. So Maryam wanted to answer, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala perhaps told her that whenever people question you, tell them, talk to the baby. فَأَشَارَتْ إِلَيْهِ. She pointed to the baby and said, I understand you have a lot of questions. You wanted to know so many things. Go ahead and talk to him. And people said, she said, what are you talking about? Well, are we going to talk to this baby who is just born? قالوا كيف نكلم من كان في المهد صبيا. People said, how come we're going to speak to a baby who is just born and he's in cradle? Then the miracle took place. That baby, Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam, that we love him. And believing in his messengership is part of our iman. We are not even Muslim if we don't believe in Sayyidina Isa. That's how we keep him close to our hearts. Isa alayhi salam spoke from the cradle, a miraculous baby. And he gave a beautiful speech. I'm going to break it into parts for everyone to understand. The first thing he said, Inni Abdullah. I am Abdullah. I am the servant of Allah. I am not Lord. Don't worship me. I will worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I will invite you to worship Allah. I am the servant of Allah. So the declaration of servantship, that's the first statement that came from the mouth of the baby. Adani al-kitab. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave me the Torah. I am the messenger. See how from the beginning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving special treatment to Isa. وَجَعَلَنِي نَبِيًّا. Third, He made me a prophet. I am a prophet of Allah sent to Bani Israel. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave me the book, and I am the servant of Allah. وَجَعَلَنِي مُبَارَكًا أَيْنَمَا كُنْتُ. And He made me blessed. I have barakah. Wherever I am, wherever I go. وَأَوْصَانِي بِالصَّلَاةِ وَالزَّكَاةِ مَا دُمْتُ حَيًّا. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enjoined upon me salah and zakah. So long I'm alive. When Allah can enjoin from the birth, and Isa can declare loud and clear, you know, salah and zakah are identities of the Muslims as well. That's why Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the covenant between a Muslim and a non-Muslim, something that differentiates between a Muslim and a non-Muslim, is salah. And Isa spoke about salah. And something Isa alayhi salam said so profound, which my advice goes to all youngsters, from the boys and the girls and the youth. Look what Isa said. Isa alayhi salam said, وَبَرًّا بِوَالِدَتِي. I will be so kind to to my parents. Kindness of parents is required. Subhanallah. So we need to appreciate baby Isa, who spoke from the cradle, and he made a point. وَلَمْ يَجْعَلْنِي جَبَّارًا شَقِيًّا, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not make me jabbar, harsh-hearted, unblessed. وَالسَّلَامُ عَلَيَّ, and he completed his speech. And peace upon me. يَوْمَ وُلِدْتُ, the day I am born. وَيَوْمَ أَمُوتُ, and the day I die. وَيَوْمَ أُبْعَثُ حَيًّا, and the day I will be resurrected. Let's talk a few things about his mu'ajizah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave every prophet of Allah mu'ajizah. Mu'ajizah came from the word i'jaz. Ajaz. Something where human intellect fails to produce. That's called mu'ajizah. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave Musa alayhi salam a mu'ajizah. And he said every time you throw your stick on the ground, it becomes a snake. And every time you combine your hand right, and you take them out, it's shiny like sun. And the mu'ajizah was given to Sayyidina Saleh. Yet he said, okay, we believe you are a prophet of Allah. This huge big mountain, ask your Allah to produce a healthy, big live she-camel. And the she-camel walked out of the mountain. So every prophet of Allah has given mu'ajizah. But Isa alayhi salam given a set of miracles. And these mu'ajizat are in line, or were in line, with the common needs in his time. Isa told him, look at me, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave me power, gave me authority to take mud, clay, soft like Play-Doh, in my hand. And I designed and shaped look like a bird. إِنِّي أَخْلُقُ لَكُم مِّنَ الطِّينِ كَهَيْئَةِ الطَّيْرِ. I shape it look like a bird. Then what am I going to do? فَأَنفُخُ فِيهِ. Then I blow it. If we were to believe that Isa alayhi salam blew it in it, and it flies like a real bird, so Isa gave life. Isa did not give life. That's why Isa alayhi salam was wise enough to say, Bi-idhnillah. With my permission. Allah permitted him to produce a design, a bird looking like a bird from mud, and when he blew in it, it flew like a real bird. Bi-idhnillah, by the permission of Allah. Isa alayhi salam came at a time where there is disease in the eyes or common. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him, if you see Ahmad, the one who is born blind, cannot see, you wipe your hand on his eyes and make him see. وَأُبْرِمُ الْأَكْمَةِ, and I cure the blind, the born blind man. That's another miracle. وَالْأَبْرَصِ, and I cure the person who is afflicted with a dangerous disease of leprosy. So if a leper is being brought to Isa, and he said, Isa, cure him. Isa wiped his hand in his body. All the sickness of the skin goes away. With the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Minutes after minutes, Isa alayhi salam is proving, I am just a servant of Allah. I am a messenger of Allah. Follow me. Follow my guidance. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Isa alayhi salam that in addition to following and guiding your Bani Israel with the ta'limat of Injil, you have to guide them with the teachings of Torah as well. Isa alayhi salam did the dual task. One of the miracles was, وَأُحْيِي الْمَوْتَى. If a dead who's already dead, who died, you bring it to me, I can bring him back to life. بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ. Because giving life and death, putting a soul in it, and giving someone's life. These are attributes and powers and authorities of Allah. That's why Isa alayhi salam, when he was given those powers, he added, I am doing it, and I did it with the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم واستغفروه إنه هو الغفور. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulullah. He said, one more miracle that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave me is whatever you eat and whatever you store at your houses, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes me know what you ate. What did you eat today? Or what do you store? وَأُنَبِّئُكُمْ, and I will tell you بِمَا تَأْكُلُونَ, what you eat, وَمَا تَدَّخِلُونَ, and what you store. Can any of us? Did you ever hear someone doing that? On the Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam. So these are some of the miracles. According to the ta'limat and the teachings of the Quran and what Rasulullah told us, our belief, the Muslims' established belief is in Isa lam yamut. Isa alayhi salam did not die. Then what happened? وَرَفَعَهُ اللَّهُ إِلَيْهِ, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raised him to the heavens. يَنْزِلُ يَوْمًا قَبْلَ يَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ, he will come down. This is our belief that he will come down on earth before the day of judgment. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Isa what? Ya Isa, inni mutawaffik. I'm going to raise you, to invite you, to call you to me. وَرَافِعُكَ إِلَى السَّمَاءِ, and I'm going to raise you towards the heaven. وَمُطَهِّرُكَ, and I'm going to purify you. مِنَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا, from all those people who disbelieve. This is the established belief of us, and that's how we remember Sayyidina Isa. وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ, they never killed him nor crucified him. وَرَفَعَهُ اللَّهُ إِلَيْهِ, Allah subhanahu. So we need to translate and educate and explain this Quranic viewpoint with regards to Sayyidina Isa. I strongly urge you and the beautiful school people and the educators, because once we take a decision to live in this country, it is extremely necessary to know those fundamental facts about Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam. And finally I conclude. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said this: Aminu billahi, believe in Allah. Believe in Allah. Wa rusulihi, and with all prophets, including Isa alayhi salam. وَلَا تَقُولُوا ثَلَاثَةً, and do not say three. Concept of Godship or the Trinity. Isa is Lord and Maryam is Lord and Isa. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَلَا تَقُولُوا ثَلَاثَةً, انتهوا, stop doing that. خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ, it's better for you. And because there was a belief that Isa was a son, that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala clarified. Subhanahu an yakuna lahu walad. Glorified Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to have a child. Allah cannot be a father. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ اللَّهُ الصَّمَدُ لَمْ يَلِدْ وَلَمْ يُولَدْ. Clarification. So it should be clear in our hearts and our children's heart. So if a fellow student asks a question, if someone else next door neighbor had a question about Isa, we and our children should be strong and confident enough to tell them our stand, established viewpoint. له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض. To him belongs the heavens and the domains of the heavens and the earth. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَكَفَى بِاللَّهِ وَكِيلًا. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to enable us to educate us, our community, in this masjid and especially in the educational institutions, with the right image, the correct picture, and the right information about Sayyidina Isa. And a lot what has been related to Isa alayhi salam belongs to Aqidah. So if Aqidah is strong, a believer is strong. And that will be confident citizens of this country, highlighting and promoting what is right. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us to the right path. Allahumma inni da'in fa'aminu. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم صل عليه بالأولين وصل عليه بالآخرين وصل عليه بالملائكة الأعلى إلى يوم الدين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وأدخلنا الجنة مع الأبرار يا عزيز يا غفار. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. فأقم الصلاة.